Got a couple of shits planned out for the future though. We still gonna go on. We not. I know this shit gonna affect us, but we not gonna let this shit. We not gonna let this shit ruin us, bro. We gonna get past this shit together, bro. Everybody involved in this shit, we gonna overcome this shit, bro. You know. Unfortunately, it had to happen in this manner. So unfortunate. This big week been definitely a tough week for me, man. I suffered losses. Lost my job this week, bro. I walked out on the job the prior week, man. I walked out on got laid off on the job the few weeks leading up to that. So this shit just been tough for me in general. Man, we gonna walk by this shit and keep our strong faith, bro, and keep on believing, bro, and keep pushing ourselves, bro, and keep thriving to be better people. Overcome all this shit. Unfortunately, this shit came down like a bomb. Leading up the weeks, leading up to it, and then just like a bomb got dropped on you, and then like a wrecking ball come finish you off when you on your last leg, it's fucked up. And then it's like, for me, it's like somebody went to the ruggage with a bulldozer and just rolled over me while I was still trapped into the ruggage, bro. And that's how I feel right now, man. So just keeping my faith, bro, and always believing the greater and being better, overcoming, just being the better than others, overcoming situations in life. We always get hit, but we always gotta stay strong no matter how devastating it can be. Pray for anybody that was involved, bro. Pray for the victims. So unfortunate, so much fortunate why this had to happen. But we just gonna overcome that shit together, and we gotta come together as a city. We don't know if we could have prevented this from happening. I'm actually not from that area. It's in a city where I'm at, but it's like on the far end. It's like the north side of the city that I live in. I'm like in the middle. Then it's like back that way, like the south side, and it's like the east side, like that way. I'm like sort of on the northwest side. That's north of my area. Where I'm located at. We just gonna try to get past this and overcome this. I was not expecting this to go down. Not one bit. I walked out. I found out on my morning routine. Just like everybody else, I wake up. I prep to go to work. Stop at Starbucks to get my coffee. Get my espresso from the cafe right around the corner from my area. Everyday routine. I wake up and get it. Wake up and just be a go-getter every day. And then I learned of the news from several individuals in my area. And then get obviously breaking news on my phone. Me just naturally scrolling on media sites and just naturally staying up with stuff and figuring out what was going on. Then someone brought the news to me and broke down exactly what was happening. And I just complete unexpected, something I was totally not expecting to happen. My city not really known for stuff like this, but we have had very, very close calls with stuff like this. And a lot of times we was able to pounce on it, let's say a lot of times we was able to pick it up pretty quick, but situations like this only gonna spread and only gonna give other people ideas and shit like that, man. So, like I said about the extensive investigation, there's gonna be an extensive investigation. It could just be a simple manner of a simple dispute that happens everywhere, but something like this for my area is huge, bro, because this is a highly populated area, population, pretty much a lot of people packed in a small city like any other big city. Um, this is crazy. Totally caught me by surprise. I'm also going through the loss of a loved one, so pray for me on that too. I'm just trying to absorb this and take this hit, man. It's just like so much has been taken away from me just this week alone. And who just know what's coming in the weeks ahead, and there's no way to prepare for something like this. It's not no way to go about this. Everything I'm going through right now was a total shock. A total surprise for me. Very first time something like this have actively happened. Very first active shooter that I know of that was actively banging it out with the police. Very first for me, I had some close call with street gangs and stuff like that. That's where everywhere you go, but usually nothing this severe. This is probably pretty severe. This is definitely gonna impact the city that I live in many ways. And I know we're gonna end up on the news. We're probably gonna end up on a national news outlet for this. Something like this just we don't come across at the city every single day. And I'm just glad they handled it, my city enforcers handled it like they were supposed to. And I'm just glad nobody else was hurt behind it. I'm glad I wasn't at work today, unfortunately. It's just a lot of stuff fell in place for me to prevent me from even being in that area. But like I said, I'm still in very close proximity. It's a lot, man. Everybody we taking in right now. We just trying to get our heads clear so we can have an understanding on what's going on. This is just out of the blue, as I can say. It's just like breaking news for me. I just hope nothing like this ever happens again. Or I hope we can just whatever, get on top of it as soon as it goes down, bro. You don't expect shit like this to go off, you know. Consider how I was directly impacted by it, especially, you know.